What is meant by non-dual knowledge? Shall I explain it? Are you all ready? Will you receive me? I always say, whenever you listen to these discourses, do not mortgage your intelligence. Every one of you has got buddhi, intelligence. It is there above the eyebrow, in the head, in the skull. Make use of it. We are supposed to employ our intelligence in regard to all matters of life and make life very regulated, very refined, very beautiful, very sublime, and very elevating and fulfilling. The role of intelligence is that we must employ the intelligence. So listen to me. Whenever we refer to any kind of a knowledge whatsoever, it arises from experience. If I say life is a process or a course of experience, there is nothing wrong. Where does this experience transpire or take place? We are generally interacting with the world surrounding us. The world consists of myriad objects, infinite number of objects. The basic elements are, as I said many times, earth, water, air, fire and different forms of energy and space. And there are a number of products, living and unliving, non-living, evolved from these Panchabhutas. Now our senses are to interact with them. Every interaction results in an experience. Mark my words. Every interaction results in an experience. What is meant by experience? I am here seated on the chair. I am looking at the camera. And behind the cameraman is there, and there is a wall, there is a door. The door is closed. There is also a wall clock there. All these are in my front. Now my eye is interacting with these objects. The objects do not come to me. I do not go to them. Nevertheless, the interaction takes place. By the interaction, as a result of these interactions, what happens? All these objects are imprinted by the mind in it. What did I say? By the mind in itself. So the mind is what forms imprint of the objects. The objects remain where they are. My mind forms an imprint of it in itself. And this imprint is what I experience. Can you say no? Or will you confirm and they say yes? How shall I know it? What is your reaction? So I am always saddled in my exposition. I am not able to see my audience. Then I can judge their reaction. If the idea is not clear, I will make it further clear and ultimately make them, if not all of them, at least most of them, nod their head. That is the way of my speech. I never make a statement which can be refuted by others. It has to be accepted. Therein lies the success of a true exponent. So no object that I am experiencing and I refer to in the form of my knowledge ever. When I say my father or you say your father, where is your father? Different from you and away from you. Your father is a matter of experience and knowledge for you. Where was the experience? Inside. Where is the knowledge? Inside. If it is inside you, the knowledge, the memory, that memory is a part of your mind. What is that memory? Its content. Mind itself. Mind itself. What else? The mind forms an imprint of objects. Where does the imprint get made? In the mind itself. So the content of the imprint is not different from the mind itself. So I may refer to 10 objects, 10 pieces of knowledge. All knowledge are a result of my own experience. And what do I experience? I experience my own mind. Like thought is a creation of the mind. The imprint of the object is also a creation of the mind. In the thought there is nothing other than the mind. In the object imprints also there is nothing different. So where do we come to now? Whatever be the nature of knowledge that we have, and whatever may be the objects implied in this knowledge, understand that all knowledge is springing in your own inside in the consciousness. And in no knowledge whatsoever there is a content other than the consciousness within your body. The power and the presence that animate and activate your body. Now tell me, is not all experience, all knowledge non-dual? Is there anything besides the mind, besides consciousness in any knowledge? I may see a pumpkin. I may see cucumber. I may see Karela, the bitter gourd. I may refer to all these things. But these are my experiences. All experiences are begotten of my mind. So the mind or the consciousness alone is in everything. Even if God were to be seen by you one day, what is the seeing God? That is also an imprint in your own mind. So you will find in all knowledge, in spite of the variety it refers to and implies, the knowledge as an experiential coordinate is always your own mind, your own consciousness. When you are able to understand knowledge to be like this, normally what is the understanding? I know a number of things and these things are different from me. They are all objects disconnected from me, away from me, existing separately. We are not considered about that. On the other hand, what are we considering? We are considering whenever you are experiencing the objects and this experiencing gives rise to knowledge, tell me what this experience and knowledge are. There you have to say they are non-dual. There is nothing besides my consciousness. Consciousness alone is. It wanted to see, it employed the eyes, took an imprint in itself, and that imprint is what it understands, realizes, cognizes and experiences. So it is non-dual. Normally we have object consciousness and object knowledge. When that knowledge is verily gone into and the knowledge becomes a knowing process and the knowing process itself springs from the knower and the knowledge is no other than an outcome produced by the knower by his own knowing process. When you understand, all knowledge becomes your own experience and your own non-dual consciousness. This non-dual knowledge, Sutta says to the erudite assembly in front, Brahmeti Paramatmeti, that is called Brahman, the supreme reality, Paramatma, the inmost self, Bhagavan, the great Lord. It is Shabdyate. People are speaking all these names like Brahman, the supreme reality of philosophy, Paramatma, the inmost self of spirituality, and Bhagavan, the great power, the source called God. All these are actually no other than non-dual knowledge. And where can you trace this knowledge? Only with reference to a human. And that too where? Inside his body. It is not that you catch hold of the Lord, Chaturbhujadhari Mahavishnu, or maybe Lord Shiva from the Himalayas, and somehow you pull him and install him without the body breaking because of that. Not that. It is truly speaking a comprehension, a kind of a realization, a cognition, an awareness that you are able to develop. God is after all a concept evolved from the human mind. We try to pursue the concept, try to understand what that concept itself is. What is its genesis? How did it grow? And what is it meant for? A beautiful examination takes place. Then finally you come to know it is a question of our own mind leaving all its constrictions, intelligence rising above all doubts and delusions, and ultimately the whole idea becoming clear to you. The mind becomes pure, the intelligence becomes very subtle and perceptive, the heart becomes very noble, broad and wide, and everything becomes clear to you. There is a lot of buoyancy in your system and you realize what you have been looking for.